Hey, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today, it's just a small introduction to the video that you're about to see. So, one, you're probably wondering, why am I doing this like introduction right here at the game center? It is because Panzer Cyborg hurts my soul, but I still have to play it in order to do like the extra BS in this game. But besides that, this video is going to be about uh, me and the community and you guys, pretty much deciding which characters are going to be where in the list and the rankings of the game. So it's like which character's number one, which character's top five, which character's top 10. And if you guys disagree or you guys have some suggestions, let me know down in the bottom comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. I will see you guys later. No. Oh, yes, now it's starting. Okay, now it's started. So, welcome, guys. Welcome to the video. If you guys are watching the video side of things, we are just talking about pretty much all the characters in the game, and we're going to start ranking them. So this is kind of like what we kind of go for. Let's see. Miss for my weapon, solid SR, also amazing. Yes, Putty Prisoner is amazing. I still think we're gonna go off of like my opinion in a little bit of the chat, and then after that we're just gonna we're gonna dip into everyone arguing over like what's the best characters in the game. So I think my personal top five is still gonna be like I think a My Mask stole that number two slot for sure. So we already have Prisoner Sonic and a My Mask being like two of the most destructive characters in the entire game. So I don't think that there is anything like otherwise saying that these characters are not like these outmatch like every other unit in the game, hands down. And it's really hard to say that there's another character who could also reach this potential as of this moment, which is kind of crazy to me because I think that this is where we peaked so far. Uh, but that's top twoing the game, of course. A lot of people are making arguments for. No, I don't think that there's a new selector. By the way, I think that serious training is going to be a new event, but I don't know how they're going to handle it. Maybe it's going to be another SSR selector. We'll see what's up. Freaking, we shall see. One sec, stupid phone. All right. Next character, I think that this is one that a lot of people just don't get. Uh, Tatsumaki, I think Tatsumaki fell from grace. I don't think that she's entirely the best character in the game anymore since like there's characters who could outdo her, but I also think that she kind of doesn't have that top 5 potential either because she is very very good as a support, but I don't think she's top 5 potential anymore. I think that support definitely rules the game, but when it comes down to just solo character like potential, I don't think that she's going to be like up there compared to some of the dudes that are on the list. Oh yeah, Boros is totally going to be playable. I think that I need to make the chat just a slight tad bit bigger. So I'm going to do that for you guys real quick for the video because I don't know if the chat's big enough for everyone. Let's see. One, duh, duh, duh. All right. All right. I think that looks way better. What does everyone think? The chat looks good now? I think that you could read the letters a lot better. Uh, it's just help everyone out on the video. Let's see. Putty Prisoner. I think Putty Prisoner is definitely up there whenever it comes down to potential, but you have to really really build him, and I think that everyone right now is crit carried, which is just kind of like makes him very very hard to like use for a lot of people, especially since you don't get a lot of worth from him in the end game. I mean, in the early game, but you do in the end game. You know what I mean? Sonic potential on my mass Saitama Tatsumaki skill. Yeah, immunity Tatsumaki, just any you could just run like Tatsumaki, you could run Metal Knight. These characters are like hands down characters that are just going to do the job for you with you not having to do anything. And I think that that's like where ranged potential is, you know what I mean? And then there's characters like Golden Ball that just fall from grace so freaking hard. I think Golden Ball really really sucks right now. He's too gimmicky and he barely pops off damage. Uh, Top three with a My Mask and Sonic? I don't think so. Now, the reason I don't think so is because you're not thinking about Dream World Saitama. I think Dream World Saitama still rules like top tier character, straight up damage dealer. absolute crazy unit. I don't think that anyone really understands the potential of this unit until you actually get your hands on said like Dream World Saitama. You get him like boosted a little bit. He's like up there whenever it comes down to top three, but of course we'll discuss it. Right now, let's go ahead and dip onto the next one. I think that Metal Knight is definitely got, I think, a lot more potential, but like he's real close to Tatsumaki. The only difference is that he could shoot from. I mean, he could not just shoot; he could AOE as well, but he cannot move the same way that Tatsumaki moves, and I think that's where he falls off. I have both Sonic and one sword doubloon weapons, SSR full, SSR level 3, and SSR no double weapons, SSR. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's hard to read with the stupid heart in the way. SR level 2. Oh, okay. Man, lucky man. I have not gotten a single copy of Sonic, by the way. I have not gotten that lucky. Okay, so let's go ahead and dip into another good unit. I think Genos is one of those characters that surprised me. I think that Genos super surprised me this recent year, like a recent month. I've seen Genos builds go out the freaking wazoo. I've seen him do some ridiculous composure reduction, like breaker units. Whenever it comes down to consistency, for some reason Genos is cooking, like absolutely cooking, and like it takes like in the first 5 seconds of battle he breaks shields. Like that's how broken he is right now. So I don't think that Genos is totally like a bad unit. I think that he's actually made himself a lot better since we've been able to flesh out his build and really like show off. Because a unit like this, especially breaker wise, a lot of people do give Zombie Man credit, but I still am a firm believer that Genos is just faster than Zombie Man and far more consistent because Zombie Man's melee is okay at best compared to like Jet Gatling and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. Of course, we'll talk about it. Freaking, what's another good one? Sonic. Ever since seeing the two Sonics actually like this Sonic fell off so hard. He's like he was amazing for like the first beginning of the game, and a lot of people shit on him because they didn't understand how to play him. We built him amazingly with crits and stuff like that, and then after that this Sonic drops and then he absolutely dog walks him. And I don't I am I freaking I feel so bad, bro. I feel so bad that bro actually like freaking fell off so hard cuz I was actually riding this guy. Pause. Uh Yes, exactly. Saitama is just so fluent. I do agree with that. Saitama is a ridiculous unit. Let's see. Let's go and dip on to the next unit. I think gets a bad rap, but is fairly consistent. Uh, Dude, Alves, if you got that, bro, I want to see it. Put it in the Discord. I want to see it. I think that Snake, not Snake, so Bang is pretty much like up there now. I think that the difference between a lot of people were like, shunning Bang last time we did this list. Um, the only reason I say that Bang is totally not up there is due to the fact that I think that Bang is he's up there, but he's not up there because of the fact that everyone kind of shunned him and stopped building him over Atomic Samurai at the time. So when Atomic Samurai stocks went up, Bang stocks went down because everyone was like, why would I build Bang if I could build Atomic Samurai? And then, everyone got some things wrong. Atomic Samurai ended up being bullshit. He sucks. And Bang is just far more consistent when you actually fully build him. Untouchable beast. Sonic number 5, see, the problem I'm having with that is that there's other characters that do his job a lot better. And, that's another thing. I just want to like make this very clear. It's very hard to say that no one else could be top 5 but Iron. I think Iron is still top 5 in the game. Now, a lot of people would suggest that that's probably a bad take, most likely because I obviously don't have like I'm entirely biased. I love Iron. He's probably the best SR in the entire game, next to like Spring Mustachio. I think that the Iron alone is just an incredible character, and the deflections, the counterattacks, the amount of damage he could pop off. I've still been able to keep up with almost every single person in the game, hands down, due to the fact that I have like I've built him fully out, I kitted him fully out, and he's still competing with people who are whales. And this is just one of those kind of characters that can kind of do everything at once. Now, the only issue is he's not as consistent whenever it comes down to damage as some SRs, but I think he makes up for it with the ability of holding his own in the, what do you call it? Uh, in the way. You know what I mean? I think he holds his own. And we might, argue over that, but that's like, let's talk about number 10. Number 10, I think, is a tough one because we haven't even put Putty Putty Prisoner on the board, but there's so many characters that could like be top 10. Like we're talking Spring Mustachio, we're talking maybe even Fabuki sometimes, but Zombie Man, of course, Zombie Man, like everyone loves Zombie Man, but I think that Putty Putty Prisoner is definitely top 10 still to this day, even above. I would suggest even above Bang and Sonic, because he still is the most consistent defender and best tank in the game to this day. If you want to hold down the fort and be able to dish back out the damage that you received, this is the guy that you could do. And with his shield build with the SR kit, doing just raw damage alone is just very, very freaking good. You know what I mean? And it's really hard to say that this guy's bad. Oh yes, man. Oh, I gotta actually start collecting figurines. I haven't gotten to that part yet. Freaking. Let's see. Okay, so now we're out of the top 10, I think that the scrutiny could start, like where everyone just starts getting pissed off that their guy made it to the bottom of the list. Of course, Tanape's not in the game yet, so we can't have him here. But let's go ahead and dip into characters that obviously fall below the mark. And I think one of those characters is totally freaking. I think Atomic Samurai. I think Atomic Samurai fell off so hard. There's so many characters that do his job way better than him, and a lot of people are going to say bad take, but this is the first limited character that everyone went crazy over next to Tatsumaki. And then after that, like freaking, he just like, he fell off, man. Like, so many other characters are just far more consistent. We got freaking Spring Mustachio, who's definitely top 10 like material. We have Stinger, who's entirely top 10 material. We have Triple Staff Lily, who's like entirely top 10 breaker. Like, these are breaker units that actually do their job right, and they're SRs. This dude, you need to dodge. You need to utilize his kit in a very stupid way in order for him to pop off. Of course, Zombie Man's up there, and this dude actually might start falling even lower because of this. But let's be honest, Snek is also up here. Incredible character, ridiculous damage. I think when it comes down to it, he is totally top 10 material. I would put him above Triple Staff Lily, like right there. Um, I don't think that people understand Snek because I don't see many people build him. But once you actually do see someone like run Snek, they do some stupid damage, like ridiculous damage. Uh, we'll get to the arguments in a second. But top 10 for Atomic, hell no, I don't believe it. Atomic is just pretty mid. Now, oh my god, why did I forget about SR Genos? This dude is literally like up there whenever it comes down to like just straight up DPS machine. All right, let's just start moving down the list. You see Atomic start to fall down even harder after this. Now, someone that I do know is like below Atomic, obviously. That would totally be Fabuki. The problem with Fabuki is that she has the most meticulous, stupid kit that forces you to play in a very particular way, and if a boss hits you even once, you're lacking DPS compared to everyone else on this list. That's just like the problem with Fabuki. My problem with Fabuki, she has no hyper armor, no defense, but she requires a 10-second kit in order for her to actually pop off. Too much work. Way too much work for like so little payout. Lightning Max, I think, is totally up there. Freaking, oh man, Lightning Max is totally up here though. Like freaking, Okay, I think this is where we're gonna put him, and then we'll see kind of like this. Yeah, because Lightning Max is an incredible attacker. I don't know if anyone's really played Lightning Max like that, but he's very consistent, great at crowd control, untouchable whenever he actually starts popping off. Let's see. Yeah, that's the only reason I would run Atomic is just because you could you could do Master and Student, and I think that we are going to get two more Atomic Samurai students like Bushido and the other guy, which is Triple Pincer or whatever the crap. I forgot the character's name honestly, but it's because they're so forgettable. I'm sorry. Bushido is like the most probably notable character from that specific arc. The only difference is that he just looks so much like Musashi Minamoto. So it's like that's the reason why I would put him up there. Smile Man is incredibly good. People doubt this man. He does so much damage, it's crazy. Oh man, I can't keep getting triple staff Lily. I'm being biased here. Smile Man's amazing, but he's like not on triple staff Lily's. No, he is actually on triple staff Lily's level. The problem with triple staff Lily is not that she's bad, it's the fact that she is good, but she suffers from having a mode. Now, if she was just more consistent, then I would throw her at the top because there's characters that don't need a mode that could do some ridiculous damage. Hence why, you could do this, you could do this. These are charges, they're not modes. The only difference with Stinger is that Stinger has the most destructive mode out of most characters in this entire game, but he still falls below Spring Mustachio because obviously Spring Mustachio is just way too damn consistent. You put Spring Mustachio in the appropriate hands of an actual player, he does more damage than anyone else here. Like he's top 10 material because he doesn't have to dodge. He doesn't have to move. He's just going to keep attacking. Now, here, of course, Saitama is not bad. I'm going to say this now. Saitama is not bad, but I am a firm believer that he just doesn't have an impressive kit. He's just very mediocre at best. And since he doesn't have anything that gives him the ability to do a big attack or anything like that, like massive amounts of damage, he kind of falls off late game and he's just less consistent than everyone else in the game. And that's just the problem with him. And I think Moomin Rider's totally up there. Incredible defensive character. Does some pretty good damage, but I wouldn't say that his damage is incredible. He's got some pretty lackluster moves, but he's up there. He's definitely up there. Uh, yeah, he's number 20. And once we get more characters, it's going to get more interesting, that's for sure. But now let's lead into discussion. How does everyone feel about top 5 in the game? I'm going to let you guys chat about it for a second. How does everyone feel about top 5 in the game right now? And you can have your transgressions and let me know what you guys think. Yes, and definitely. Yeah, Zombie Man, my problem with Zombie Man is he's not as consistent as you would like him to be. Like his entire melee mode is pretty mediocre. When you could just put someone on your team who's better at breaking. Spring Mustachio is an amazing breaker. He's far more consistent. We got Stinger, who does probably the most ridiculous breaker damage in the game, but still less consistent than Spring Mustachio. You have Triple Staff Lily, who has a way better defensive kit and does hyper armor and pretty much defends herself at the same time while being able to pop off a mode which does incredible damage. But, the only upside is his guns. When someone like Genos, on the other hand, is probably the most consistent breaker in the entire game, and I might start building him myself because Genos is a ridiculous breaker, way too consistent for the where he's at in the game. You know what I mean? He a lot of people thought that he was mediocre until everyone got to build him, and then after that we got to see Genos flourish, and he became top in the game, top 5 in the game. Absolutely. Welcome, welcome. Right now we're discussing and kind of moving around. We're ranking every character in the game. Now, I'm going to explain my reason for the top 5, of course, for those who are just joining. I think that Prisoner Sonic is definitely best in the game, hands down. He just does way too much damage. And he does more than half an ultimate for his R skill. He's untouchable. He retaliates. His R skill has iframes, which means he's literally untouchable. This character is probably the most brain dead unit we have ever gotten. I have no clue why the hell they released him like this, but he's broken. Yeah, exactly. You can extend if you have the. I do love Stinger's extensions. He does have some extensions whenever you get his potential up, which does make that like that. How do you say it? That stamina way easier to use. But after that, he kind of falls off. But that's not his fault. Like he still does good damage if you let him. The only problem is he gets hit, it's over. Same shit with Fubuki. But the only difference is his mode is just so damn good. I have SR things, OCD syndrome, I guess. I have problems with SR things. What do you mean by SR things? Like having iron and top 5 in the game? I'm surprised not a lot of people are upset about that. Last time they were pretty upset, but then everyone understood where he kind of stands because he's kind of up there. You know what I mean? I think that everyone else here is just incredible, but I think that's enough for top 5 discussions, I guess. Let's talk about top like 10 in general. What are your thoughts on top 10, guys? Like we got Tatsumaki, we got Metal Knight, we got Putty Putty Prisoner, we got freaking oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So like freaking the colors are freaking you out. Okay, we'll do like I like purple. All right, purple for Sonic, blue for a My Mask. Keep it orange for Saitama, and Genos will keep yellow, and then for Iron we'll do iron color or like kind of a dark gray. There we go. That looks cool. Yeah, I think this works a lot better. No, just what do you call it? Yeah, this was built in like a few seconds. This isn't like yeah, I'll do this for you. Let's go ahead and just do that for everybody. By the way, guys, we are recording this for the channel. By the way, so if you guys want to say hi to YouTube, go ahead. For the future people who see this video, of course. All right, you can say hi to YouTube. Fine, come on. You can say hi too. Say hi.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay. All right, back to the video. All right. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and dip into top 10. So, like I said, top 10 discussions. Anybody got like any top 10 discussions to talk about? I think that we kind of peaked here whenever it comes down to top 10. I think that everyone else is really, really good, but not that good. I think it does come according to the characters to come that will also be very very important, not to say that we will have characters different fighting force like Sonic. Yeah, I think that none of these characters really pale in comparison to Sonic. And that's just, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? You're going to have like moments where, you know, there's nothing we could do. Like freaking they made this character way too broken. He deserves a nerf. But of course, they're probably just going to leave it there because, yeah, you can make so much money just selling this guy. I'm not even joking. Okay, so now we go into the argument that everyone gets into every single time we talk about this. Now, below the top 10, we're talking about top 20. So we're talking about Spring Mustachio. Of course, we got Sonic. We got Stinger. We got, what do you call it? We got Snek. Snek is an amazing unit, honestly. Everyone freaking. I got to do an homage video to Snek. We have Lightning Max, who's an incredible character. Smile Man, incredible unit. Triple Staff Lily, man, I love Triple Staff Lily because she's still on my team. But crap does she fall off? Let's see. We also got Zombie Man, of course. He does great damage, don't get me wrong, when he's in guns. But, he's not as consistent as most people in this list. Now, my argument would be maybe he would take Triple Staff Lily's position. But I think that's as far as he's going to go. But even if I were to say, I would do this. All right. Uh, Everyone else kind of just fits where they belong. I would say that producer of One Piece Bounty Rush is still above Golden Ball. I think Golden Ball is just too annoying to play. Just way too gimmicky. They need to make him a lot easier to play. All right. If no one's got any other, what do you call it, problems? Oh yeah, Prisoner Sonic's broken. Literally, guys, for the video, that's literally the entire video. That's the entire video. That all right. Oh, sorry. Let's see. So pretty much um the entire video for the character rankings is literally the fact that Prisoner Sonic is just too broken, and everyone else just kind of like um everyone else is just mid compared to this brand new Prisoner Sonic that's just absolutely rampaging throughout everything. I thought a My Mask was crazy. What's up, Moondog? Freaking, but that's pretty much it. I think that we're pretty much done here. I don't think that we have too much to worry about here in particular. I think that we pretty much completed the list again. There's not much we could have done here, really. I mean, it's kind of just repeating characters, and then after that, we got the two new characters that are absolutely disgusting. Like, it's nothing like the Atomic Samurai video, like where we had to actually freaking discuss Atomic Samurai video. Uh, yes, freaking. I guess that pretty much does it. Let's see. Yes, from my point of view, Prisoner Sonic is kind of Tatsumaki close range alike. I hope Arms Mode Genos is gonna have insane DPS. No, I do. Oh man, Arms Mode Genos with the freaking cannon. I hope it does actually pop off. Honestly. Uh, but that pretty much does it for this video. If you guys want to say bye, YouTube, I'll give you guys a few seconds to say bye, YouTube. We're pretty much done with this video. Like I said, I'll probably edit it so it's a little easier to digest right after this stream. But I think that this is pretty much as far as we've gotten with the entire what do you call it? The list. I mean, freak, the two newest characters are just literally better than everything else in the game. I can't really say anything about this video. Smile Man is an amazing hero. Yes, T5, I love him. Too gorgeous. End of attacks. I love him. He's actually great. I think you just find Zombie Man not consistent because the best way to use him consistently is by switching to forms. Rolling fire move. Just yeah, I know. The problem with that is the fact that everyone else is just better at doing that, and I think that that's the only point that I have for this character. Like, okay, I will say this. I will say this. I'm thinking like more of like this, and this maybe, but I don't think he gets any further than this because Triple Staff Lily is the only character that has a mode that requires to be in mode in order to actually pop off damage. Yo, what's up? What's end? We just finished the tier list video. Yep. Let me just stop the video for a second.